Macanudo Gold Label. Hey everybody, I'm Able and this is Cigar Vlog. So check this out. Macanudo is one of those brands that I typically don't even bother looking at. And the reason for that is they're kind of known for being the quintessential old man cigar. As in, usually potent as hell, and it'll basically end up leaving you bent over the toilet, but maybe not so strong on flavor. Again, I don't really smoke these. Maybe it's good. Anyway, we'll go ahead and find that out. Now, the last time I actually had a Macanudo, it was this little whiff that I got from the grocery store, of all places. Keep in mind, this was like almost 20 years ago. When I was first starting out, and didn't know any better. And everybody's riding the motorcycles today. Started off as a nice day, all of a sudden the gates of oblivion opened and the doom and gloom started pouring over the mountains. Fry that up nice. Well, that's about how I thought it was going to be. I got nothing. Well, anyway, I'm going to make sure my light's good, smoke this down to the first inch, and yeah, we'll see if this thing wakes up. Otherwise, this is going to be a sleeper for sure. As in, put you to sleep. Well, I think I've done it. I finally discovered a cigar that tastes like absolutely fucking nothing. Well, I guess I can't say absolutely nothing because it does have a light, clean tobacco, but it's so subtle with the spice of just, I wouldn't even call it cinnamon. It's just there's a subtle spiciness that you have to smoke down to an inch before you even get anything off of it. The retrohale has a very light kind of cinnamon note to it, but it's so light that you can't tell it's there unless you're really focusing on it. I mean, I am not impressed so far. Yeah, that's that. It's like the most basic, lightest, barely there flavor. I'm kind of starting to wonder why in the hell people buy these. Well, anyway, this is definitely proving to be a bit of a weird out. I mean, I was expecting at least something honey-ish, something sweet, maybe. You know, I mean, I knew it was gonna be light, but goddamn. Oh, that's a thunderclap I don't like. Well, anyway, I'm going to smoke this down to about the halfway point and see if it wakes up at all, and hopefully not get electrocuted. Yeah, see you at the halfway point. Okay, as you can see, construction is definitely not an issue, because that's a good half the cigar. That ash is still clinging on for dear life. So, I can say that there is a flavor to this cigar. It's a subtle spicy, with a, I want to say sweet cherry fruitiness. The thing is, it is so subtle and takes so freakishly long to develop that you'll probably fall asleep before you get to it. The retrohale is a little stronger with that cinnamon sweet cherry fruitiness, but is still just super duper uber subtle. Anybody that's been watching my channel for any amount of time knows that I do not have a great appreciation of subtlety. It's kind of the reason why I like Diesel Wickeds and 50 caliber Desert Eagles. And instead of driving a car, driving a decommissioned APC. I wish I had the 10,000 bucks to do that, but I don't. It's because they're big, they're bold, they hit you in the face like a brick, and that is just not this. And it's like, I can kind of understand why they call it the quintessential old man cigars, because it kind of really doesn't taste like anything, and Grandpa can't taste anything anyway, so. That said, though, there are some upsides to it, but at the same time, this is a cigar that I don't particularly have a great appreciation for, because it is so subtle. Cigars are a sensory experience. The sight, the smell, the taste, the way that the actual wrapper feels in your fingers. Oh shit, it's raining. So needless to say, when the first experience, sensory-wise, that I get is that I've licked a grocery bag, paper grocery bag, by the way. It kind of makes me think that you're doing something wrong with how you're building your cigars and building your flavors. But that's just me. Now, there's some people that's going to be right up their alley, just because they like to fall asleep while smoking. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and yank the bands off of this and tab the ash because, well, as you can see, they are definitely well constructed. I'm going to go ahead and smooth this down to the nub and give a final update from there. Alright, final update here. Whew, boy. Yeah, this is definitely one of the more interesting in an odd way cigars. Basically, it starts off incredibly bland, has a very, very long finish, which will end up giving you a subtle cinnamon with a sweet cherry fruit note to it. A little stronger than a retrohale. After the halfway point, that fruitiness kind of dies down, which doesn't really help. Overall, gonna have to be careful because even though it's starting to rain, there's still idiots walking the dog and riding the bike and just asking to get hit with a lightning bolt. So anyway, construction's top tier. It is a big name cigar, but the flavor on this is just, it meanders around and takes its time getting there. As far as drink pairings go, I would say either sweet fruity schnapps or perhaps maybe a fruit flavored vodka. Stolichina makes a good one, specifically cherry flavored. But just keep in mind, even if you drank straight vodka, no flavors at all, it's still going to have more flavor than this cigar, which is a bit disheartening. Overall, yeah, this came in as kind of a one-off in a gift package. Otherwise, I would not be smoking Macanudos. And there's a reason for that. I like cigars that actually taste like something. I really cannot recommend this to anyone under 70 because they're probably just going to have something to puff on while they're blabbing on about old stories that nobody cares about. Or if you're the type of person that just yammers on about whatever and just needs something to occupy your time, yeah, knock yourself out. Overall, though, I won't recommend this to people just because it's bleh. There's like nothing to it. It's like I said at the start of the video, I finally found a cigar that tastes like absolutely nothing. Except it does, but it takes forever to get there. My overall impression is that it kind of reminds me of that old Wendy's commercial from the 70s, 80s, has that cranky ass old lady. Where's the beef? Answer, at your estate. Anyway, if you like this video or any other video, like, subscribe, leave a comment, check out my Twitch channel. I stream on Twitch from midnight to 2 a.m. Sundays and Wednesdays. The videos are all recorded, so if you happen to not make it during the night owl scene, you can always watch them, I think up to about a week later, at any time. Anytime you feel like it, right, you want to hang out for 2.5 hours, depending on how into a quest I get or something. Other than that, that's pretty much all I got. This is an incredibly boring cigar. I really would recommend that you not waste your money on something like this. Get something like a Diesel Wicked, Diesel Rage, something from Durastate, Rocky Patel, anything else but this. I mean, hell, even Hesitant Pirate, and that didn't have any flavor at all. Anyway, that's all I got. I'll see you next time.